Okay, so today, welcome to another episode of TEVAdrive, and today we're driving a 2019 Kia Niro EV, full electric, thanks to Lockwood Kia in Oakville, and our friend Nathan, who is the local expert, resident expert on EVs.
Thank you.
So basically, you've seen our video before when we drove the smaller cousin, the Kona EV in Paris. The Niro EV is a bigger version of it. So the mechanics are very similar. You still have the 200 horsepower motor, front wheel drive, 64 kilowatt hour battery. The rated range in Europe was 485. Here you're using Transport Canada rating, which is,
yes.
So instead of 485 in Europe, which is WLTP, Transport Canada and EPA are pretty much similar, and they rated this car here at 445 kilometers.
At max charge, yes. At
max charge. So right now this car is not at full charge, it's showing 418. You mentioned that when the battery is full, on every startup, the range will default to rated range, and then the car will recalculate based on your style of driving. So as long as your battery is full, it will always show 445.
When you are at halfway, it will start showing where the active kilometers. So if you're halfway through, you'll still see it. Let's say if it's at 418 now, it'll be at 209.
Okay, gotcha. So, but then the car will recalculate based on your style of driving. Okay, so basically now from the interior point of view, the difference between this and the other versions, we have to mention that the pricing was just released, I think today or yesterday.
Yep.
The Kia Niro EV, there's only one version right now available, pretty much.
Going to be the SX Touring, and this one is listed for $53,795.
Okay, so 53.8 is the asking price for this one, and actually the one you're seeing right now in the video, it's just been sold this morning. So it happened to be here at the dealership for a few days, and it's gone. So we have the rare opportunity to actually drive one on for a very, very short drive to get our impressions on it. So how does the pricing of this Niro EV versus basically the Soul EV, which is its smaller cousin? So the Soul EV is
so for the Soul EV, there's going to be two different types of trims. There's going to be a short range battery, which would be listed around the $43,000, and then there's going to be the long range trim, which will give you roughly the same kilometer range in the 385 to 64 battery, and that one's going to be listed for the 48,000. 48,000. So you with the Niro EV, there's only one, the large battery. With the Soul EV, there's going to be the 40 kilowatt hour, the smaller, cheaper. So it's going to be about 10 grand less than this. However, if you're gonna put the same battery as this car has, the car is gonna be only $2,000 cheaper, less. That is
so it's gonna be 51 versus 53 roughly.
Yes.
Okay, so that's good to know. And then in terms of the cousin Kona EV, that car's position kind of smack in the middle between the Soul and Niro in terms of the pricing, being kind of the mid-40s type of thing.
Yes.
And so the only other model we want to mention is that obviously the Niro EV is also available as a plug-in hybrid with a small 9 kilowatt hour battery, which gives you around 35 kilometer range in ideal conditions. And that car is quite affordable. That car is priced at.
So there's two different trims. The EX Premium, that one will be listed around 34,000, and then the higher up model you'll be looking around 38,000. 38.
Okay, so if you believe that the 53,000 is too high for you, you have the option of going with just a plug-in hybrid. Obviously, your range is going to be very limited, but for people who only have short commutes, they will still have enjoy substantial savings from pure electric, from pure gas car. So right now, the pricing, a lot of people will mention that this car is kind of priced almost very similar to a Model Y. The big difference being that this car is here, you can get it anytime pretty much, although they're rare to find. But the car is available here, where the Model Y won't be around for another 2 years. So your choice is to get this compact utility SUV. Do you call it SUV, CUV? What is the official word?
Call it
Crossover.
HEV, yeah.
HEV.
It's a crossover vehicle.
Basically.
Great for families, great for having the kids in the back, and again, you still have a lot of trunk room where you could actually load in strollers and groceries.
So the dashboard, you have the digital version here. So only the electric version gets the fully digital dash here, or the plug-in hybrid also has this.
So the plug-in hybrid is going to have a different kind of screen to it. Over on the left side, you see the power and charge. That's going to be on the other side there. It still has a nice super cluster that's on there. It should be nice and clear, and you're going to be using a little bit more of like your trip A, your trip B, and seeing where the power is going. So
this dashboard is specific to the pure electric version only. And the other difference is that this is probably the same, but this is different, right?
Yep. So the center console is just going to be different. We're bringing in the turning dial. A lot of people prefer that way
versus the other versions have regular shifter.
Regular shifters. Yeah. Nice aspect of this one too, you're going to have the heated seats, the air-cooled seats, and again the different drive modes. And
so that comes standard in a Niro EV. So basically, even though there's such a huge price difference, but the car is pretty much fully loaded already. Yeah. So if you were to compare to other versions, you'd have to first fully load those up and then compare.
Yep.
Okay, great. So now, is there any difference in the actual displays and menus here versus the plug-in hybrid or other versions?
Everything here is going to be the exact same here. You're still going to have your navigation, your Android and Apple CarPlay. The EV mode are going to be identical towards the PHEV and this one here. You'll still see your energy information, your energy range. So you could actually click on here and you can see how far you're able to travel.
Nice, the range map, yeah.
In the range.
So right now, here you have the kilometers estimated that you can drive, and here you have the percentage, the state of charge. So it's actually good. So between this and that, and you can figure out. So for those of you who want to do a quick math, we're at 93%, showing 418, and again at full charge, normally it shows around 445. 440. Okay, so let's hit the road. So basically here, and drive. We're in drive. The doors are locked. So let's. Now, will the car, that's the other question, is and typically in all the other electric cars, right now our climate is off, right?
Yep.
It's showing 417. Will it actually adjust right away as soon as we turn on the...
It'll adjust right away. As soon as you turn on any kind of technology,
device,
music, the sound system, any kind of AC, heat, everything will readjust.
Readjust. Right, okay, so let's try the climate on, so auto. And we're down 10 kilometers. So instead of 417, we're 407, which kind of makes sense. So it's on air conditioning mode right now, probably. And then so we adjust the temperatures. This is for.
So the nice aspect with these temperature is if you are driving alone, you could actually hit the driver only button and it'll only produce that kind of quality on the left side.
On the left side only, and it'll turn off the passenger side.
Off, the passenger
and the back. Okay, and then so now, the temperature adjustment. Where does it show the temperature?
Just display.
Oh, this is the temperature here, basically, right? Yep. Okay.
You have the temperature unit there. It'll show you your driver only side, where it's coming from. So right now it's coming at the feet, and you have the AC going. Okay, so we can put it on auto, and then it just spreads itself. But that's still, as long as you have the driver only, it only will spread it, but on our side. Well, do you want to turn on your side as well? Please.
So, okay. So we're good. Let's hit the road just around the block here to get our feeling. So now the wheel is adjustable, right? There we go.
Yes, it is on the left side.
Let's try that. Okay, I'm in a very comfortable position right now, and as most of you know, I'm almost 6'4". My son is 6'5" in the back seat. He's comfortable there with behind the camera. Is there a good space there where you are sitting? Even though I have a comfortable position, are you comfortable there? Yeah. Okay. Perfect. Okay, so let's go.
While driving, you'll notice that there are shifters on the steering wheel. So these are the regenerating shifters. So on the left side, if you hit it 3 times, you have 3 different levels of your regenerating brakes. Each level, you'll actually increase the braking force, which will actually start charging the battery while you're stopping.
So I noticed that the car has a creep mode. So that's on always, right?
Yes.
Okay. And then, so we'll try and play around with the shift pedals. Now, you mentioned also that the shift pedals have dual functions. So number one, you can increase or decrease the regen.
Yep.
But also, there's a way to increase, like a power boost.
Power boost to the steering.
Which
I just found that out. If you hold down the right power shifter, it'll actually produce a little bit more power to make that extra movement.
Gotcha.
Let's say if you need to make an emergency move or you need to get around somewhere.
Excellent. So we probably should go on this,
Yeah, we'll
this
take it
down this
right
way.
here.
Yeah. Okay. So obviously we want to try the max regen. So we should hit the left shift pedal 3 times, right?
Yep. And
1,
right
2,
underneath there,
3.
you'll see the level 3. And every stage.
Where does it show? Somewhere on the
right
dashboard?
beside the temperature.
Oh, I see. Yeah. Okay. Oh, now I see it. It's tiny, but now I see it. Yeah. Okay. Got it. Okay. So now we're at the max regen, and again here, yeah, it's got nice power boost. So we did mention that it's basically the same horsepower as its cousin Kona EV, so 200 horsepower and 64 kilowatt-hour battery. The car is bigger and heavier, so obviously probably if you were going to compare 0 to 100, it might be slightly slower than the Kona, and the range is slightly less than the Kona because of the weight.
Yep.
So go right?
Yeah, we'll take a right here, and then at the lights we'll take a right.
So let's try and use that power. So you say hold it for a few seconds,
Hold
basically?
it for a few seconds and you'll get a little bit more power, and you can just put down the pedal and you'll actually get a little bit more power through.
Yeah, so we
Nice
have max
aspect.
regen, yeah.
The nice aspect of this one too is even with a smaller horsepower, you're gonna get a little bit more torque. The torque is around 291. So when you have that extra power and you need to make that move, you'll have that power to push right through. Take a right. Nice, it's quiet.
Yeah, no, the noise insulation from both the wheels and the air outside is quite nice. So they've did a very nice job with sound insulation.
And if we go towards Toronto.
And today we can mention it's a pretty windy day. Now will the estimate, so the range estimate is not dependent because it's always rated, shows rated at least initially.
Yep.
If it's very low temperatures, but it's going to adjust it according to the exterior temperatures as well,
Yes.
I'm assuming. But basically when you turn on the car, every time it will show the rated range.
Yes.
Okay. So we're gonna go on a little chunk of the QEW so we can see how it feels at highway speeds. We're not quite at rush hour yet, so and today is like the temperatures are around +8, I think maximum today. It's sunny day, but it's windy with brisk northerly winds. So we're getting onto the QEW, and we'll try and get to the highway speed. There we go. We're gonna push it slightly.
The nice aspect of this one too is if you want a little bit more torque or a little bit more horsepower, there's 4 different drive modes on this one. There's Eco, Eco Plus, Normal, and Sport.
Oh, there is Sport. Okay,
Yep.
so how do we change it into
the
Sport?
drive mode is on the right side here.
Yeah.
You press it in there, it'll shift.
Oh, I can feel the difference now.
Yeah.
There we go. Now we're talking.
And the
Okay.
aspect about this one too is it'll adjust the range every time you switch it into a different drive mode.
And so basically, yeah.
Keep going straight to door valve.
Okay. Yeah, now I can feel the difference in sport mode for sure. And then the display changes, actually color. It's orange colored now instead of blue. So the display will change according to the mode of driving. Yeah, no, it's and again, even though it's quite a windy day, it's still pretty silent. So a really good job, Kia, with sound insulation and even road noise. I can almost say, and the Tesla people will hate me for it, but our Model 3 has more wind and road noise than this Kia Niro EV. So Kia has really done a nice job.
Kia really thought about more like the sound, the luxury drive. They came a long way from their old cars when they're constantly windy, and a lot of people were complaining about the noise and the suspension. Nowadays, they're not releasing any kind of vehicle that doesn't have these high standards.
And so you were saying about the availability. It's kind of tricky, right?
Yeah, it's tricky.
So your dealership, because you're the best-selling EV dealership in Canada outside of Quebec, you got the largest assignment. Out of, you said, 20 cars that arrived, you got 3 of them pretty much, right?
We have 3 of them inside the area, yes. I'm not too particularly sure where the cars went, but as of now, we were the sole owners of the Niro EV here in Oakville.
And so basically, yeah, you had one in stock.
One in stock, it's sold within a couple days.
But you have two others that are incoming,
Yep.
pretty much, right?
One of them is going to be one of our shuttles, so we're able to actually allow customers inside
To
our
drive
service.
this, and but also they'll be able to test drive it, I guess.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Perfect. So you're not keeping it as a demo, but it's a shuttle. So still, people will be able to come in and look at it and
Exactly.
and drive it, etc. Okay. Perfect. Because right now you're using a Soul EV as a shuttle.
yes.
Yeah.
On busy days, sometimes the Soul EV doesn't have the kilometer range that we would need. That's why the Niro would be such a great vehicle. Having the 445 kilometer range makes a big difference.
So now I had to after I switched to sport, I think that the third level regen reset itself. So every time you change a mode, you have to put back the regen paddles, I think. So now I'm back at 3, and I could feel a difference in regen and slowing down. So we're gonna go right on Wycroft.
Yeah, we'll take it right here. The nice aspect with the regenerative brakes as well, for the maintenance program, is you're not going to be wear and tearing your brakes and your rotors as fast as you would.
Absolutely. Yeah.
The only time you would need to put pressure on the brakes and rotors when you come to a complete stop.
Complete stop or emergency braking, etc. Yeah.
Yep.
So in terms of the safety systems in the car, perhaps you can tell us a little bit about that.
Yep, so this one here, you're going to have your lane keep assist. Lane keep assist is when you start going over the line, it'll actually throw in your steering wheel and steer itself right back in lane, keeping it straight. This one here is going to have advanced forward collision warning, so if there's any car that's at a dead stop and you're driving at a certain speed, the computers will react and it'll try to stop for you.
In terms of that, you have the regular cruise control, or is it?
Yep.
Yeah.
So it is the regular cruise control. If you are going for the long drives, the smart cruise control is on there too.
Mm-hmm. What smart cruise control is basically adaptive, right?
Adaptive, yes. So it reads the cars within the 30 meters and it'll adjust your speed and it'll come to a complete stop for you.
And these are all standard features, pretty much, right?
Standard features, yes, just because there is only one model.
So what are there any options on this car?
No
available?
options yet. Down the line, since this is the only 2019 model that we have, we believe in 2020 we may release a lower model.
A lower model, okay. But this one is pretty much fully loaded and there's no options, so there's nothing to add, basically.
Yep.
Okay.
With this one
Fantastic.
too, you're going to get the UVO Intelligence. UVO Intelligence is the application from your phone where you could actually start your car, roll down your windows, check your kilometers, and again, give you that monthly up-to-date maintenance to see if you need to bring it in for service or not.
And statistics as well, probably in terms of your
Statistics
how
as
your
well.
driving economy, etc. So that's great. So it's the equivalent of the Hyundai Blue, I think, app or something, right?
Yes.
What they call it. So it's basically kind of similar story. So you can always check your car on your app, especially when you're plugged in and you want to know if the car is fully charged. It will send you a message.
Send you a message on your phone.
You could hear the nice sound
The power.
when you accelerate harder. You can see that nice electric motor sound.
Yeah. Since the battery is underneath the car, you're going to get a lower center of gravity on this one, so which will make handling, acceleration, and the control of the vehicle more firm and more responsive.
And then you sit up pretty high, I noticed, because now I'm used to driving the Model 3.
Yep.
And then here you sit up pretty high, like in line with a lot of the other compact SUVs, pretty much. But the Soul EV, is it actually slightly even taller than that, right? So you
Yes.
mentioned that the Soul EV is a lot of people who like the tall sitting position, basically. And
For those people who are coming down from SUVs into EVs, the Soul EV is really great because it's still a crossover from a sedan to an SUV, but you're going to be sitting a lot higher up. So you're going to be able to see over certain cars. You're going to be able to get in and out a lot easier. It's really great for people with hip injuries, knee injuries, or some kind of medical injury that they have to get in and out.
so the nice thing is that Kia is now going to be offering 3 plugins, pretty much ranging from 35 all the way to 53.
Yep.
Obviously, the cheapest option being the plug-in hybrid Niro, then going through Soul EV with 2 different versions. And initially, this is the top of the line electric car that you have. So
Yes.
today we're driving your flagship EV, so to say, and it's a very nice car indeed. So thank you for this opportunity. Even though the lucky owner of this car, maybe we can catch up with him. You can pass on our contact. We'll catch up with him in a month or 2 months from now to get his impressions after first few months of driving. That would be quite nice as well. Yeah, the regen now it stays in level 3, which is pretty much what we're used to in both our BMW i3 and the Tesla. So we're keeping it at the maximum regen. And it allows you for pretty much single pedal driving, except for, like you said, just to come to a full stop, which is pretty much the same idea in Tesla. It doesn't come to a full stop. You still have to press the brake for the last few feet before a red light. But in most driving situations, you'll be able to do basically a one pedal driving.
And it's really good, especially having like the level 3 regenerating brakes. A lot of traffic inside Oakville, Toronto, anywhere around there.
That's right.
So when you're stuck on traffic, even in an EV, you'll be charging a little bit more faster than you would when you're just driving.
That's right.
Normally.
Your right foot will get less tired. And plus you can use adaptive cruise, like I said, because it'll bring the car to a full stop pretty much, right? And obviously the adaptive cruise will use the regen as well.
Yes.
Just like it'll toggle between the physical brakes and the regen. Excellent. So for those of you, we can mention your contact. So if anyone wants to order either a Soul EV or a Niro EV or a Niro plug-in hybrid, who do they call?
So my name is Nathan. I'm currently at Lockwood Kia in Oakville, Ontario. I've been here for 2.5 years, and I've started to love the business. I started to love the way Kia is portraying each vehicle that we are releasing. Every single year that we will be releasing a car that will win AJAC Car of the Year. That's I think that was a guarantee from Kia on their side. But you guys can give me a contact. I'm pretty sure they'll release my information as well.
So that's great. So and then you're located basically right on the QE. This is the South Service Road in Oakville. So
2400 South Service Road West.
So when somebody comes to visit you, they should ask for Nathan. You're the local expert on EVs, and so you pretty much just a question of coming in and talking to you and ordering one. So from the order, the delay again. What's the delay if somebody were to order today?
It depends on certain colors. Everything plays a big factor on when you are purchasing a EV. They should be coming in within a month to 2 months.
So basically, if you're flexible with the color, you might get it faster.
You might get it faster, that's correct.
So I think it's on your own left here somewhere, right? Yeah. Okay, excellent. Well, thanks very much for letting us drive this car. I'm sure we're one of the first people, and your dealership is one of the first to actually get the car in Ontario as well.
Yep.
And this lucky owner when is he taking delivery? Is it tomorrow? The next
day? In the next couple of days.
Couple of days, yeah, perfect. Okay, yeah. So definitely pass on our contact, and we'll be happy to follow up with him in terms of his impressions after a few months of driving. So we can just park there. Oh, there's an electric Volvo plug-in hybrid. Somebody's looking at the electric Kia, I'm sure. Okay, so should we back it in here and plug it in, or just?
If you just want to pull right here, I can take it around.
Okay, perfect. So now we'll be able to see the reverse camera, I guess, right? Yep. In terms of the parking sensors, does it have any?
It does have the front and rear parking sensors.
Okay, excellent. Which is to be expected in a car kind of this price range, so that's good to know.
You gotta protect it.
So you have a nice high definition camera, and you've got the sensors, which will kick in a few moments. There we go. Let's see. Is there like a audible? Yeah, there is. There you go. There it goes.
So it gets louder and louder.
Yeah. We're in zone 2. Perfect. And you have a display here, plus you have a display on your center dash screen as well. Okay, wonderful. So we put it in park. It's just like this. That's it. We're done. Thank you very much, Nathan. It was a pleasure to meet you. And then we look forward, perhaps when you get a plug-in hybrid, which is again rare you don't really keep them in stock.
No.
But when you get a plug-in hybrid version of this car, then we can compare kind of and give our impressions on both of them at the same time.
Yeah, no problem.
Thanks again. Thanks for watching.